This is the moment the rapper Ghetts sped recklessly down a road in East London. Milliseconds later, he hit Yubin Tamang, a Nepalese student, but he didn't stop, leaving his victim on the road with parts of his car falling off. Ghetts was driving along this road at 60 miles per hour, double the speed limit. So fast, in fact, that when he hit Yubin Tamang, Yubin was sent flying several feet in the air.
The winner of Best Male Act is Ghetts.
Justin Clarke-Samuel, aka Ghetts, was at the top of his game, an award-winning rapper who then starred in Supercell, one of Netflix's biggest global shows. But one night last year, he threw it all away and worse, killed 20-year-old Yubin Tamang in a hit and run.
Our only child, a precious soul, has been taken from us far too soon. He came to the UK to study and create a better life for himself and his family. Justin Clarke-Samuel has stolen our son's future and ours along with it.
It was on this road in Ilford where the fatal collision took place. Yubin Tamang had looked left and right before crossing. Footage obtained exclusively by ITV News shows Yubin here, crossing the road, the headlights of Ghetts' car approaching. Milliseconds later, he hit Yubin Tamang, a Nepalese student. The impact of the collision was so loud we've had to mute this video. And then from another angle, we see Ghetts driving off, parts of his car falling away, while Yubin is still on the road. Ghetts was driving along this road at 60 miles per hour, double the speed limit. So fast, in fact, that when he hit Yubin Tamang, Yubin was sent flying several feet in the air. Did Ghetts stop? No, he did not. He just carried on driving at high speeds all the way home.
You failed to stop at the scene of a fatal crash, and whilst in your initial base of plea, you have sought to suggest a reason for driving, as you did through fear or threat from others. I reject that feature of the matters put forward. Returning to the facts, the police arrived at your home address just before 4:30 a.m. on the Sunday morning. On arrest and caution, you make no reply responses. You ask the police what car you were meant to be driving, but at that stage, the police did not say anything, just that you would be interviewed. You were told your house would be searched, and when you asked why, the police said they were looking for a car key. You spoke to your partner about what you called the Bimmer key, the BMW key, but when the police asked you for the BMW key, you made no reply. Your mobile telephone was seized. When the police searched your home, they found various documents for the BMW, including a notice of intended prosecution, the logbook and keys. At the police station, the drink and drugs drive procedure was completed. You were asked when you had last consumed alcohol, and you said at 9 o'clock, a Hennessy and Coke. From the documentation completed at the time of the process, you said nothing about any post-incident consumption of drink or drugs. The breath test procedure gave a lower reading of 45 micrograms of alcohol per 100 millilitres of breath, so the limit being 35. A drug swipe test showed a positive reading for cannabis. Later analysis shows some impairment at the time of driving, and obviously with both drink and drugs, the impact of those drugs may have been greater on you. Would you stand, please? On count 2, that's causing death by dangerous driving, applying the guidelines as set out, and making allowance for the aggravating and mitigating features identified, the sentence before plea would have been one of 16 years imprisonment. In my judgment, the aggravating features set out would take the sentence to the top of the identified range of sentence before the mitigating features identified, then bring it down to the sentence that I've just indicated, making allowance for your plea of guilty, a sentence of 12 years imprisonment.
In court, Ghetts was dressed in all black while he sat in the dock. He listened as the judge dismissed his claims that he was only speeding because he thought he was under threat, that he thought he was being followed. No evidence to suggest this, the judge said. And then came the sentence, 12 years in prison. Ghetts' reckless driving began long before he hit Yubin. While drunk, he drove dangerously around central London, at one point narrowly missing a cyclist. It was behaviour so normal to him that he bragged about it in his songs. ITV News has found a now recently deleted song where Ghetts raps about driving whilst drunk and not stopping.
Yeah, what? If I was drink driving, you know I wouldn't dare stop.
On the 18th of October 2025, after consuming quantities of alcohol earlier that evening, Clarke-Samuel drove across central London at excess speed and executed dangerous manoeuvres, only narrowly avoiding other casualties. After the fatal collision, Clarke-Samuel did not stop and come to Mr. Tamang's aid, but instead continued his journey home, where he was later arrested.
Now, the award-winning rapper, Netflix actor, lies in a cell disgraced and disqualified from driving. Yubin's family returned to Nepal heartbroken, their only son dead. Kaf Opata, ITV News.